Coach, just for starters, it's just wondering why Coach Cronin's not here tonight.
He's still talking to the team, and we didn't want to keep you guys waiting too long. I don't know how long it's going to be, so
okay.
I'm here instead.
Okay, what was kind of the message to the team tonight? Obviously, another tough loss and a series of tough losses. What's the message to the team at this point?
It's the message that Coach Cronin has always given to the team. I mean, you have to play harder if you want a different result. You have to do things different if you want a different result, and we haven't been doing those different things. We've been stressing it in practice, but, for some reason, whatever it is, it could be youth, it could be inexperience. We're just not getting the job done.
Do you feel like the guys are sticking with the freshmen, or how would you describe their attitudes at this point? And it's obviously frustrating, but do you feel like they're sticking with it and trying to do the things that eventually will turn this thing around?
I mean, every day they're sticking with it. And I mean, you have to put yourself in their shoes. It's hard, to play Division I basketball. It's hard to play, especially at UCLA, coming off the success that we've had in the past, and then to come in and everybody's gunning at you and everybody's shooting for you, and every other team's game is their biggest game of the year. And our guys, with their youth, they don't realize the extent of that. And, we just have to work every day to try to, get them to understand how important it is to pay attention to detail, how important it is to play as hard as you can, how important it is to not make mistakes, because every mistake that we make with our inexperience is magnified. So we just have to keep pounding that message into them.
Mick's always made it pretty clear that, he's got a standard, the way he wants things done. And is that harder to get across to a young team as opposed to, obviously you had so many veterans last year?
Oh, yeah, it's harder compared to, talking to Jaime and Tiger and Dave and all those guys who've been through it with Coach Cronin. It's a little difficult. Their heads are a little harder. In high school or wherever they've come from, they haven't had to experience the things that they're experiencing now. Things are hard. College basketball is hard. And for a freshman coming in, playing a lot of minutes against 23, 24, 25-year-old guys, it's hard. But Coach Cronin is still preaching the same message, but is it getting through the way he wants it to? No. But in time, it will.
Coach Palmer, John W. Davis with the Southern California News Group. Nice to talk to you after the game. What does your team have to do to score enough points to win these games, these what I would consider low-scoring games?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, we don't have margin for error. So if we turn the ball out over and get out-rebounded, that's going to limit our chances even more, rather. So, we have to stop doing those things, first of all. Coach is trying to put the ball in people's hands to score, our guys who can score. And a lot of times they just think it's for them to score, when in actuality it's for them to score if they can, but find the open guy if they can't. And that's the disconnect right there. So, we just have to stress using each other, sharing the ball with each other, and hopefully things will get better.
Coach, yes, Tony Cañaveras from Mundo Deportivo, Spain. What has Daimara to do to be better offensively?
He has to use the strength that he has. He has to realize that, it's a game, and I hope this doesn't get lost in translation. It's a game, but it's not a game. And he's treating it as, it's just another game that I have to play. When in fact it's not that way. So he has to buckle down. He has to, use the skills that he has, that he uses in practice, and he has to apply those to the game. And again, that's where he's been coming up a little short. But again, he's young. I mean, he's young, and this is new to him. So he's just gonna have to work at it.
How are you seeing him? What do you think about the way how he's going through the struggles in this early stage of his career?
Like all the guys, it's a struggle for them. I mean, it's a serious struggle for these guys. His attitude hasn't changed. He's still enjoying his time here. He's still working hard in practice. But we expect things to happen. Well, a lot of people expect things to happen overnight, when in fact it's not that way. So He's just going to have to put more time in, work a little bit harder, and things will get better.
Coach, you guys were out rebounded by 10. In your opinion, what was the discrepancy? Especially with Bono and Burke only getting 3 each. What in your opinion, why was that?
Physicality. That's what it comes down to. Either you're going to hit someone or you're going to get hit, and we've been getting hit a lot. And when you get hit a lot, it ends up a -10 in rebounds. So, we have to throw our bodies around. Not only our bigs, but our guards as well. We need our guards to get in there and get 2, 3, 4, 5 rebounds, and our guards haven't been doing that. So, it's just the physicality that we haven't been playing with, and it's something that we're going to have to work at and get better at.
Early in the game, you went with a different kind of point guard rotation with Sebastian and then Jan for a few minutes. How would you evaluate that? And then we never really saw Jan come back afterward. Was there any particular reason for that?
When you think of point guard, you think of someone who can make plays for himself and also for other people. Our point guards were trying to make plays for themselves, and it was creating problems. When you dribble with your head down, only looking for you don't see 4 other guys on the floor and 5 other defenders on the floor. And that's what our point guards were doing. Everything they were doing was bounce the ball and try to get to the rim and try to score myself, when that's not how we practiced this week, these 2 days before Cal. And that's not what Coach Cronin wanted. But that's what they did. So therefore the result was, you have to sit down.
Well, Joseph right here.
Hey, Coach. Just looking at the stat sheet a little bit, Lazar only had 25 minutes, first time under 30, or second time under 30 this season. Is there just more tinkering going on with the rotation as a way of maybe kind of figuring things out a little bit, or what are those kind of distributions like, those discussions like right now? There's
some tinkering, for sure. Coach Cronin doesn't go into the game thinking this guy's going to play this amount of minutes, that guy's going to play, a certain amount of minutes. He goes with the guys who are making the least mistakes and the guys who are getting something done offensively. So, whatever the minutes are at the end of the game, that's what the minutes are. But he doesn't have a set amount of minutes that a guy is going to play. In Lazar's case, he made some mistakes. He had a hard guard and trying to guard Tyson, and that didn't go well to start. So, we had to try to put somebody else in who could do the job a little bit better.
Thanks, Coach.